Good morning. Welcome to Ramblings with Joe. I had a long conversation with my brother this weekend and Grok. We tend to use Grok a lot when we have a political discussion. So today's topic is going to be political. But we're talking about the ability for congressmen and senators to use their position of power to garner or to create wealth for themselves, so to garner wealth. And there's no doubt this is happening. There's no doubt that this is unethical, and it is across party lines. The ability to trade with insider information is undeniable. Most recently, I think that the Republicans have been complaining about Pelosi and her wealth gain and accusing her of insider trading. This is not something that is really in question. And it's not just her that's doing it, and it's not just the Democrats that are doing it, it's both parties are doing it. And it needs to be stopped. The problem is that we have to depend upon Congress and the Senate and the President to sign the bill to create a law that prohibits it. When confronted, Pelosi stated she didn't think it was a problem and she didn't think it needed to be addressed and she doesn't want anything changed. Well, no, they don't want anything changed because, well, they're making a lot of money. That kind of sucks. Not that they're making money, but how they're making it. Lawyers have taken over the country. So I think that Grok said 60%. I think it was 60%. 51% of senators, 51 out of 100, it's lower than I thought it would be, are lawyers. And 35% of congressmen, congresspersons, are lawyers. That's overrepresented. It simply is. There's too many. The ability for a lawyer to make a living by just going into politics is ridiculous. Like any other profession, lawyering should be a tool that can be used by anybody, including Congress. And the idea that the country is being run by lawyers is ridiculous, and it's no wonder everything is so convoluted in the laws. So I asked how many laws that the average person breaks daily, and Grok's answer is the average person unknowingly breaks about 3 federal criminal laws per day, according to civil liberties lawyer Harvey Silvergate in his book, 3 Felonies a Day. 30,000 federal statutes. This isn't freedom. This is not freedom. This is far from freedom. It's out of control. And they bury spending inside of laws. Congress, they come up with the budget. It's so huge that the average American doesn't have time to read it, any of the laws. There's so many. Just the tax code alone. How big is the tax code?
The U.S. tax code itself, just the Internal Revenue Code, is around 6,800 pages long, with about 3.5 million words. When you throw in all the federal tax regulations, IRS rulings, and guidelines, it balloons to roughly 75,000 pages, or around 10 million words. It's a beast. And that's why it takes folks so long to figure out their taxes.
75,000 pages, 10 million words. People aren't figuring out their taxes. People are not figuring out their taxes. What they're doing is they're hoping for the best. This is what lawyers running the country has gotten us. The tax code is too complicated. We need a flat tax. It's that simple. Congress should be a service to your country. Being a congressperson or a senator should be a service to your country, not a way to make a living, not a way to control, to garner power for oneself. The idea that this is still going on and we're still allowing it. And then you have the structure in Washington, all the lobbyists, all the former congresspersons that are now lobbyists or have gone to work for the companies that they have been found to have voted favorably for. It is so frustrating for the common man. And all I see is partisan politics. Well, it's the Republicans. No, it's the Democrats. No, it's both of you. I'm actually in a good mood this morning. I have a rainy day ahead of me. That right there is Ubora, Rwanda. And it's delicious coffee. I really am enjoying that. At any rate, it is beyond recognition of the founders that we are as a country where we are. That every person on the debt owes over $100,000. I think it's $130,000 per person in America. That's man, woman, and child. It is phenomenal that we are at where we're at. These are lawyers and greedy people who are not using capitalism to gain wealth. They are abusing capitalism and using their seats of power to gain wealth. And we're letting them. Every one of us, every time we go to the poll, I'm guilty. Every time we go to the poll and we vote for a Republican or a Democrat, that's us saying, keep on going. Keep on putting us further in debt. Trump put us further in debt. Keep on breaking the laws. Epstein. Keep on the path that you're on. We're good with it. I'm no longer good with it. I held my nose this past election and I voted for someone I didn't want to. Well, honestly, if I voted, I would have had to hold my nose and vote. This is absolutely a horrendous system that we're finding ourselves in. I want an option. I want an ethical option. I'm tired of voting for the lesser of two evils. I dropped my Libertarian Party membership because they are no longer a Libertarian Party. I'm hoping they get back to it and maybe I can rejoin it someday. The idea that we did not have a single viable option to vote for during this past presidential campaign, it's breaking a little part of me. That part of me that cares about politics. And we should all care about politics. Make no mistake. If you're Christian, Caesar said, give unto God what is God and give unto Caesar what is Caesar's. He didn't say ignore Caesar. That's not what he said. We're a country that is predominantly Christian. That's why I'm bringing that up. And you're not voting your values. I'm pretty disgusted right now by the Democrats, Republicans, and Libertarians. Mr. Musk, you have an opportunity. I hope that you do follow through with the America Party. I hope the America Party is able to put a few congressmen and a couple senators into the system, that would be awesome. That would be fantastic. Maybe then we can stop all this BS party politics where the actual only party is the Republicrats. I seem grumpy. I'm not. I'm really in a good mood. I'm going to keep saying that because it's true. I'm a little bit worried about tomorrow's events. I have a meeting to go to that I'm not looking forward to. But ethically, I have to go to this meeting. I've been called out. I've been told that I'm hiding behind a keyboard. It's not something I've ever done. I've always thought that that particular idiom was a little bit ridiculous. You don't hide behind a keyboard any more than you hide behind your voice or you hide behind a telephone. It is a tool that is used to communicate an idea, which is what I do. So I can do it in person. That's what you want. That's what I'll do. I've been very respectful, but the idea that I have never hidden from my responsibility or my civic duty. Never. But hey, I don't want to have to go to this meeting. I'm not a fan of the people who are running the meeting. But if you're going to call me out as one of your constituents, I'm going to show up. And I'm going to explain exactly what I believe and exactly what the facts are. Which kind of brings me to the point I wanted to start with today. But it's called Ramblings with Joe, so I kind of rambled on a little bit about politics. But the facts don't care about what you believe. Facts don't care about your feelings. Facts certainly don't care about your foolish innuendos. You got something to say to me, you got something to accuse me of, I'm right here. Bring bring the receipts. There aren't any. Your innuendos and your inability to defend your position, that doesn't matter. What matters are facts. And the fact is, if you are behaving unethical, all of the explaining that you do doesn't wash it away. You're still being unethical. It starts on this lowest of levels and works its way all the way up to the highest offices in the land. Yeah. Bring the facts. That's all. Just bring the facts. That's what the American people want. Facts. Who participated with Epstein in that heinous crime? We want to know, because we don't want those people in positions of power. If you let the, I forget what it's called, where you can prosecute somebody. If you let that time period go by, I put a piece of tin foil up there because the cat keeps going up there and pulling the alarm off the door. You're a bad cat. Cat antics. We rearranged the house a little bit to put the T-bar in, and we ended up with a bookshelf over there that we keep all the cookbooks and whatnot on. Unintended consequences. Now the cat can pull the alarm off. I'm going to have to actually glue it to the door, I think. That's just the magnet part that he's pulling off. So, or I'm going to have to drill a hole and put it inside the jamb itself. I really like where the bookshelf is, so I want to keep it there. At any rate, fact is the cat is bothering me this morning. It's simple. We just want the facts. And if you let the time period pass that you can prosecute, well, now you're complicit. So putting it off, number one, you're not doing your job. You're the politician. Do your job. Prosecute these people. And if you're using this information to blackmail people to get them to do the nation's bidding, you're definitely not doing the job of the American people. That's not what we want. We don't want an unethical government. We want someone that we can be proud of. You filthy, filthy politicians. Good coffee. So yeah, facts don't care about your feelings or your innuendos or your inability to do your job. Facts are facts. They are relentless. So I will always stand by the fact, and the fact is right now that the Republicans, they suck. That's my personal opinion, and I believe that their inability to get the job done is proving that out. I'm a little flustered right now. It might have something to do with the cat ripping apart my door sensor continuously. Luckily, it's just the magnet part he's interested in. I don't know where it's at. Went to my brother's house this weekend, and we couldn't go swimming because it was 82 degrees. And my yard is in serious need of a cutting, but it hasn't been dry a single day, and it just rained again. So that's not happening this morning. This is a strange, rambling podcast, but it is what it is. Sometimes I just my mind's all over the place, and I am definitely concerned about tomorrow's meeting. There may not be a podcast tomorrow morning. Depends upon my schedule. I'm tired of people not doing the right thing. It's that simple. It is really. It's what it always comes down to, isn't it? If you're an employer and your employees aren't doing the right thing, that's a problem. If you're an employee and your employer is not doing the right thing, that's a problem. If you're a constituent and your political leaders are not doing the right thing, it's going to be a problem. And that's the problem we're all facing right here. We're all facing it in our neighborhood, and we're facing it in our nation. Bring the facts. It's that simple. Bring the facts. President Trump stopped all of the illegal immigration. That's a fact. That's what the Republican president did. Does that mean I like him? Not in the slightest. Should you hate him for that? For enforcing the law? I don't think so. Should you hate the people that voted for him? Should you hate me? I don't think so. I have a different political opinion than you. I held my nose and I had to vote for somebody. And I wasn't going to vote for an empty suit. We can find things to agree upon. Statute of limitations. Popped into my head. If you let the statute of limitations run out on these people, you're just as culpable as they are. That's what I was trying to say earlier. At any rate, we can find things to agree upon. Epstein, we all want to know. We all want to know who the people were involved in the illegal acts. Federal deficit, we all want it paid down. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt a lot. $130,000 per person? Ooh, that's going to hurt a lot. It's hard times. It's really not hard times. It is hard times ethically. It's easy times as far as survival goes. But ethically, we are looking at a mountain of unethical behavior. And tomorrow night, I'm going to the foothills. I'm going to the foothills of the unethical behavior mountain. It's Monday. It's going to rain. 90% chance. I don't know when I'll get to cut my grass. It's on my mind. I don't like having long grass. Wow, I'm an old man worried about his lawn. Should I stand out front and tell all the kids to stay off of it? I don't know. I hope you guys all have a great Monday. I hope you have a fantastic week. I really do. I hope that we all find something we can be peacefully in agreement with. I hope you find peace, love, and dream. Until next time. Avita Zane.